Yo, what's going on, guys? DJS here, bringing you guys a video. Wanted to do a visual comparison between the Kobe 6s, 7s, and 8s. I actually, since I got my 8s, I haven't actually pulled them out and done like a comparison of myself. So I figured out this would be kind of a good opportunity to look at them and see the changes that they've made through the last 3 years. Also, wanted to say a big, huge thank you to you guys for the support on my previous video. Obviously, I'm stopping like for a bit buying sneakers. I just needed to take a little bit of a break. Hopefully, most of you guys understand that. It sounds like most of you guys did. Really, really appreciate all the comments. You guys are mad supportive, and I appreciate that. Just one of those things, man. You got to learn to ball within a budget, and I had a good budget before. Some months are worse than other ones, and this month was a tough one. But I mean, as soon as summer hits, things are going to be back on track financially. It hit me to the point where I need to be more thoughtful and not just go off and buy sneakers every weekend because I have the extra cheese to do it. So yeah. I think it's an important message, especially for you younger kids out there that are spending all your lunch money on sneakers or whatever it might be. You got to eat lunch too, man. Anyway, that's it. I'm not going to touch too much about it. And you can see the cloak's glowing right there. It's because I have my flash on my phone. I got to get another light in this room. It's one of those things I've said I'd do and I just haven't done it yet. But let's take a look at the visual differences between these three. Now I wish I had the year of the snakes or whatever they are, the ones that just released with the texture on the 8s, because that would be a closer comparison to something like these, maybe with the texture on the print. You can see that there's a couple of big changes that they made with the shoe, or maybe you can't see. First thing first is the tongue. Like, this is actually kind of like a neoprene backing of this tongue, and kind of same as on this one, but on this one it's definitely a hard, rough material. The hyperfuse or whatever it's called, I don't know the technical names, but it's like a really tough material. I'm not sure how that would play out on your foot, if it's gonna rub really hard, because it feels like, if you guys own these and if you've worn these yet, or if you've worn these already, let me know if it's tough on your socks or not. But it definitely is a tough material, but it's thinner also, and I'm assuming it would be a little bit lighter, which the whole purpose of these are just the weight of these are crazy light. The Kobe's have always been pretty light. Actually, the invisible cloaks are the heavier out of the three. These are the 6s are actually pretty light. Here's the insoles right here. Look, I really like the insoles of the 8s. I think it looks pretty badass. I definitely like the insoles of these ones right here. And these ones are a little bit more plain or whatever, but still pretty cool. Laces, they finally, like, you can see the thin laces on the 6s that I had, at least for the versions that I had. A little bit thicker laces than on the 6s. The 7s had. 8s, the pair that I have now has the red stitching through the middle of them. And if you didn't know, I did have another pair of the sulfurs, and I did trade those, or I sold them at my cost, which was really pretty cheap, like $70 to Yoanti. And the reason why, man, the dude's dope. He made me that sign right here. He did the Christmas exchange, and he hooked me up with a pair of Crown Royal LeBron lows, and the dude went all out, man, and he expressed that he wanted those shoes, and I couldn't go back to the employee store to get more. The only ones I had available were the ones in my hand, and he's like, no, don't worry about it. But I was like, no, definitely, man. So I sent them over to him, and he gave me what I paid for them. So, but yeah, so these are the ones I have left from that pickup, which was just a crazy cheap pickup. I like the tongue now though too, like this on this side. The material on this is pretty awesome. Versus this tongue, I don't know. And this tongue is just hella cheap comparison, because this one's at least textured but I like the stitching kind of on this logo. It's kind of I don't know if it's a fuse stitching or what. It's really low. Moving on, you can see the toe boxes. Let's see. Looks kind of plain on these ones. This one has a little bit of a paint actually on that one. Up on, I don't know if you can see that. All in all, I mean, you can see that it's mostly fused together, like right here. And this toe cap area is larger than on the 7, and then the 6s don't really have one. It's just like kind of, it's a smaller one against the ridge. Now let's take a look at the backs. This is the part that I really am interested in, because I think the Kobe's kind of had this plate right here, and you can see the 5 dots or 6 dots or whatever up here. Kind of reminds me of the Alpha dots from back in the day, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. You guys might be too young, but they had an Alpha series with Nike, and there's like 5 dots. But I really like the backs of the 7s the best. I really like the vents right here, kind of like eyes and stuff, and I like how it's like pink under there. And it's just the evolution of the plates you can see right here. It's went double supported, like one up and then one down on the bottom. They dropped that for just one bar across the back right here. And then they even dropped that down a little bit because this is textured and sticks out a bit, you can see, and this one doesn't. This one's actually just flush and it's matte black on this color. I really like that one actually, but it's like crazy. Like if I could have the vents from this one and put it on the 8, that'd be fun. I like the tongue on the 8. I actually like the materials on the 8s, but the craziest thing to me is the weight of the 8s. They're so light. It is just insane. When I play ball, or when I used to play ball more often, I would be like a shooting guard. Like size-wise, I'd be like a shooting guard, and I really like that position because I like to take the threes. But those ones are actually like the shoes I play ball in, man. I love playing in my Kobe's. Anyway, just a quick side-by-side video for you guys. Let me know which ones you guys like the best out of the 3 if you guys have all 3 of these Kobe's. And we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping in. Peace.